Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa Harris. I am a vocalist, a vocal coach, music educator, just coming on here with a lot of good tips and tricks for all of my fellow singers, performers, and entertainers out there. Today, we're talking about that glow up and how you can really just bring your best foot forward as a performer. Now, before we get started with today's video, I want you to go ahead and like this video and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not miss an upload. Today, we're going to be talking about leveling up your appearance as a performer. Now, this term and this concept of leveling up, it's sort of floating all around the internet right now, and it's being tossed around in different spaces. It's in like the relationship sector, it's in the, looks and fashion, leveling up your appearance, leveling up in dating, leveling up at work, in your career. This concept of expanding, moving on to the next level, improving. That conversation is really lively right now, and it's something that I'm particularly interested in, especially because I love talking about self-improvement and about just making yourself better, tweaking little things to just make yourself the best that you can be. Now, today I wanted to talk about leveling up when it comes to your appearance as a performer. Now, from when I first started in my singing career to now, I have definitely leveled up quite a bit in many areas, okay? Not just physically, but today I want to talk about the outer appearance, the leveling up from the outer appearance perspective, because that's something that I have firsthand experience doing. And it's something that has helped me in the long run. In the grand scheme of things, leveling up my appearance has overall helped me, and it has actually increased my success. It's increased my bookings. It's given me actually more opportunities. I've seen a difference from when I have improved certain things about my appearance throughout my career. And that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys today. Now, I just want to come on here and say, I'm not trying to say that there is one way to look, there's a right way that you need to look to book jobs. I realize that this is a very individualistic thing, right? Everybody is going to be at different stages in their journey. Some people are working on a particular aspect of their look for years. Sometimes it does take time. Let's say you want to grow your hair out. I mean, that's not something you could do overnight. Leveling up your appearance, it's going to look different for everybody. So what I'm telling you, what my 5 ways of leveling up were, that is not to say that that's what everybody else needs to do in order to improve themselves. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, I think that you should listen to mine, but you should also take a note of where you could apply it in your own life, because mine is not the end all be all. The next person's, level up journey, self-improvement, physical self-improvement journey, it's going to vary from person to person. So just keep that in mind. Take everything what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Everything that I'm saying has applied to me personally. So just try to keep that in mind as we are going down the list of these examples. Now, I'm really a big proponent of people just looking their best in general. Whether or not you're a performer, I think self-improvement and putting your best foot forward, walking out of the house looking, your best, I think that's really important. I think that's something that we should all be striving for. But as a performer, I think that's probably doubly important to make sure that you're looking your best. In general, we live in such a looks-based society, for better or for worse. A lot of things are judged on looks. And in the entertainment industry, I don't even have to tell you, like it's it's so shallow. I mean, a lot of things are based off of physical appearance. I mean, sometimes it's just you have to look a certain way to get a certain role, and it's not bad or good, but it is something that we do have control. Some things we do have control over. So I think it's important that we look our best in multiple different ways. Being able to do so can cause you to be perceived as more professional, more attentive, or even to have better work ethic, which is crazy. For those that want to come on here and say things like,
Well, it shouldn't matter what we look like because it's all about the talent. People shouldn't respect me any less based on what I look like or based on how I dress. Isn't my voice, isn't my performance, isn't my dancing good enough?
unfortunately, No. I wish that were the case, but the truth of the matter is that we live in a very looks focused society, and that is even more the case when it comes to being a performer. Being a front facing person, essentially, you're also selling a spectacle. You're something that people have paid for or are planning to pay to see. And in essence, you want to look extraordinary in the sense that you stand out from the rest. I always have that theory that you can kind of point out performers when you see them in an everyday environment. Like when you see a person in a crowd, sometimes you can always tell, I think they're a performer. I think it's an energy, it's a swag, it's a style that we exude that makes people attracted to us and makes people want to look at us. Okay. I don't make the rules. I know it sounds crazy, but it just is what it is. So, with that knowledge in mind and thinking of yourself as a product, like any other product, I know that sounds crazy, but uh, when you think about yourself as a product that a business would want to promote, you want to showcase it in the best possible manner. And you want to give yourself the best chance at standing out in a positive way. I mean, you just got to be comfortable with people looking at you in general. It just is what it is, okay? You just got to own it. There's many things that I have already done to glow up my appearance as a performer, and there's still many things that I want to continue working on because it's a consistent process. It's something that never goes away because we're always changing, we're always aging, we're always, evolving into different versions of ourselves. So it's a constant thing. I don't like to look at it, oh, as I glowed up and now I'm better night and day. Like, no, in 1 year from now, I might still have things that I want to improve. And that's the beauty of this is that we're always improving and we're always, going to the next level, in life, in our career, but also in our outer presentation. And it's a wonderful thing. Just based on how our human nature is set up, people look at our appearance first. And while it's not required necessarily to look a certain way to give a good performance, looks are subjective, as we know. It's a lot when you can be more eye catching. That's the best case scenario. Improving your appearance can lead to increased confidence while you're on stage, especially if it's something that you improved that you might have felt self-conscious about in the past or something that maybe someone pointed out to you. Once you improve that one thing, you might actually get this huge boost of confidence, and it might be something that adds to your experience as a performer. I mean, imagine how freeing that would feel. Imagine how amazing you would feel freeing yourself from that and really stepping confidently into your best self. So much about performing is intangible. It's not something that you can, put a physical body to. A lot of it is emotional, it's spiritual, it's something that we reach through the physical, right? We're just a vessel, right? A lot of singing and dancing and performing, it's on more of an energetic level and it's not about appearance. That's really kind of an amazing thing. However, I think it's just as important to nourish the outer development as it is to develop the inner side of who you are as an artist. I would love to get more into the topic of developing your personal style as a performer. So if that's something that you guys would want to hear about, let me know in the comments because that's something that I would like to dig into that topic as well because that could be really interesting. So let me know. I would implore all of my performers out there to consider the areas where you would like to improve your outer layer and your presentation in real life. When you send out material to potential clients or potential people that want to hire you to sing, you're going to want to use the best photos and the best promotional videos and the best materials that show the world your personal best. So when you're on stage or you're just in everyday life, that should be no different. And it will always be worth it to do your best in every situation. Now, without further ado, I did promise that I would show you guys and tell you guys 5 ways that I glowed up, glued up, that I leveled up in my outer appearance as a performer since I started my singing career over 10 years ago. Yeah, get ready. This is going to be a roller coaster because yeah, I've come a long way, okay? So let's just get started. Okay. I have had this lifelong thing with my hair. Number one is I finally cracked the code with just getting a good handle on my hair by becoming more versatile with wigs and different kinds of like hair solutions. So I would say the way that I glowed up, the first way I glowed up was with trying new varieties of hairstyles. I'll put some pictures in here. You'll see. I was still figuring it out. Okay. Now, like, I still kind of am, but I think I know exactly what is a good look for me on stage when it comes to my hair. I like to try out and experiment with a lot of different wigs, a lot of different ponytails and pieces. And I think I've kind of perfected my on-stage look when it comes to my hair. I have a short video about my top 5 hairstyles for the stage. Make sure you check that out too. The second thing that I did to improve my appearance as a performer, and this is really, really important. This probably should have been number one, but number two was I fixed my teeth and I got Invisalign. All my life, I wanted braces. I came from a family that was like, if it's not medically necessary, you're not getting it. So I was 26 years old when I finally got braces. I finally corrected my teeth. You'll see in the picture, my teeth were not bad. They were just a little bit crooked. And Invisalign really changed my smile. As you guys know, I mean, there's so many different options for like straightening your teeth these days. I did it while I was traveling on a ship. I have a video about that too. Make sure you watch that, about my experience with Invisalign as a singer. But I mean, people are looking at your mouth when you're a singer. You're talking to people, you're in people's faces. And when you're singing, people are looking at your mouth. So I thought that was my thought process when I wanted to go get my teeth fixed. I was like, I need to like improve my overall look. And the first thing, it started with those teeth. Okay. I'm very happy with my smile. It is not perfect, not even close, especially because I lost my retainer, one of my bottom retainers after like 8 years. I like lost it randomly. And so I'd have to get another one. So they're moving a little bit, but I'm very happy with how my teeth look. I get complimented on them all the time. And I mean, and I teeth are a huge thing when it comes to appearance, but I would argue that teeth are probably like one of the easiest things to fix. If they're not, if they're crooked, okay, you get them straightened out and then you can whiten them. And that's just like something that can like improve your appearance like exponentially with not a lot of effort. So that was definitely a huge one for me, was fixing my teeth with Invisalign. The third thing that I've done to glow up my appearance as a performer, and this is just me, but I lost like, I don't know. I think I lost weight, but I wasn't trying to. And what happened when I lost a little bit of weight was that I got toned and I became a lot stronger. And so I like having like more defined muscle tone really helped me out. Like it set me apart when it came to going to some of my callbacks and some of my auditions. Like I looked like I was really in the gym. Just looking more fit, it definitely helped. It helped my clothes fit better on stage. Whenever I would see pictures of myself, like I felt like I looked really good. And that's one thing that I have added to my fitness routine in the past few years, was more lifting, just more weights, more protein, because having more of a toned physique, like I said, I lost weight and gained muscle, which was awesome for me personally. Again, that may not be the case for everybody, but for me, it was such a game changer. And both off and on stage. Like on stage, I look really good with my costumes and things were fitting really right. And in auditions, like I looked really athletic. I look like I could just kill this combo, do this choreography. Like, whoa, I look like a dancer. I got a dancer body, which I'm not a dancer at all, but I looked like one. And I think that actually helped me fake it like so much better. So that was the third thing that I did, was I got toned and I got stronger in my physical fitness. Number four, the fourth thing that I did to glow up my appearance as a performer is that I got my acne under control. As you'll see, I struggled really badly with acne, probably throughout my life. And it wasn't until, I mean, I just always kind of struggled with it. I never really knew what to do, never went to a dermatologist. It wasn't so bad to where like I had to go, do anything about it like when I was in high school, but as I got older, I just kind of got sick of getting pimples. Like I just couldn't figure out why my skin was always breaking out, and it was like a bunch of trial and error. I could not get a handle on my skin for whatever reason. It was just so frustrating. And one day when I finally got insurance and I finally got a little bit more money to spend, I went to the dermatologist and I got my whole acne like routine. I became so like into, just skincare, and not saying that you have to be into skincare to have clear skin, but that was something that was always missing from me for me, and something I never really paid attention to, but simultaneously yet was worried about why I always had acne. Well, because I wasn't taking my makeup off properly. I wasn't taking care of my skin properly. That's something that I learned how to do, through a lot of trial and error. I have a lot of pictures that document my progress with my acne journey. And now I'm acne free. I know, how to avoid it. I know whenever I do get pimples, I know exactly where they came from and exactly why. I know what products to use, and it just makes me more confident. I mean, having clear skin has made me feel just exponentially better. Again, like I've struggled with acne, so I know how it feels, to not feel as confident. I mean, even now, I mean, when I get a pimple or something, I'm not saying I'm not confident. And even back then, I still knew I was beautiful. I still knew that, that I still knew that I looked good and that I had something to offer. But that confidence, I just had my confidence shot through the roof. It skyrocketed when finally my skin looked clear, it looked better, and I just felt like, oh, I could put more makeup on and it won't look cakey, it won't look bumpy. And so that was something that really improved my confidence, and improved my appearance as a performer. All right. Number five, last but not least, in a way that I leveled up as a performer, was I invested in better clothes and better costume jewelry. This is a tough one because, I mean, we don't always want to spend like so much money. We already spend so much money to work as performers, which is like so annoying. But I found that once I started putting a little bit more effort into the costumes that I was wearing, the jewelry that I was wearing, I became a lot more eye catching. I mean, everywhere I go now, I get compliments on my clothes and my accessories. Whenever I'm in like, show, like I'm show ready, I'm in my show outfit, people are like, they notice, and so when I'm on stage and I'm wearing a really nice outfit, I think that speaks volumes versus if I were wearing something that looked obviously cheap or too tight or stretched out or faded or, had lint on it or it was wrinkled or something like that. I mean, that sends a message as well. So having better clothes that was good, quality fabric that looks good, is pressed, is taken care of, that's definitely a way that I've leveled up, and that's something that everybody can take that to heart. Everybody can wear the best clothes that they can possibly wear for the most increased opportunities and the best first impressions. I would say you can give the best first impressions when you have on an outfit that is like, wow. So when people see you on stage, and like for a man, if you have this like sharp suit on, you've got like crisp pants and shiny shoes, like that goes such a long way, and the jewelry, like it doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be anything of that sort. You could get stuff that looks really expensive, or you can just have the same thing, for years and just really take care of it, take really good care of your things. And that's one thing that has really helped propel me into, a new level when it comes to my appearance as a performer. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And I really hope that this is something that helped you. I hope that's something that made you think about maybe some areas that you might want to improve your appearance. Hopefully me sharing, some of my embarrassing photos and my my day one kind of versus now. Hopefully that was inspiring to you. It's okay if you laughed. I laughed at it too. I laughed, making this video because like it's hilarious, but it's funny because now I'm on the other end of it and I'm better now. I'm better now. And I'm going to keep getting better. And so will you. Don't feel frustrated that things aren't happening fast. This has happened over a long span of time. So just take it one thing at a time. Pick one thing you might want to improve. After you watch this video, maybe make a list and write down things that you think would help you, improve your appearance as a performer, and start working on them one at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself, but it's really fun to just pinpoint those things and always making ourselves better. It's only going to benefit us in the long run. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, you subscribe, and leave me a message down in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Follow me on Instagram and all the social medias. And also, guys, I'm launching a program called Full Time Singer. So if you're a singer, you're an performer, you're an entertainer, you're somebody that wants to sing and perform and make money doing it, you should try out this program. You should definitely hit me up. Follow the link in the description box, and you can learn a little bit more about that, guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you all in the next one.